So we've got the Duel Links updates for September 2024. Now, I have seen them already, which is kind of frustrating given that they are so big, but we already knew most of it anyway, so it's not a major surprise. But what is a surprise is what is happening in early October as opposed to late September. We'll talk about that in a minute. Before we do, we've got a brand new campaign coming for the World's Championship Finals now. This is giving us 2 Dream Tickets, 1 Super F1 Speed Duel, and for Rush Duel, some box chips, gems, and this is a bit of a downgrade on last year, because last year was a UR Dream Ticket, it was 500 gems. This year, 2 SR Dreams, 300 gems. Is it an issue? No, not really, given we've had so many campaigns this year already, and even this month with the whole 5D Zexwaste Monster campaign, and given this is so close to the big brand new update coming, which is probably going to give us another Dream Ticket, this seems fine. A bit disappointing, but it's not the end of the world by any means at all. Then, the big stuff is the upcoming updates now. First of all, we are getting 2 characters in one event, which is really, really big. Now, this is the first for Duel Links. We did, of course, have Ubel and Jane Ubel coming. That was a rerun for Ubel, so not the same, but getting 2 characters in one event is really, really big, and it kind of hints as to what's happening in October being a bit bigger than we kind of expected going into it. But in terms of brand new cards, first of all is LULU Sapphire Swallow. Now, this is a 1 of or a 3 of, it just depends on what you're feeling with the deck. This is an extender for your plays, you summon yourself up, +1 in your hand, we got a Wind Beast on your field, which makes a 3 material rank 1 really, really easy. Now also, a Wind Exceeds that's summoned with this card also can attach one from the graveyard to it, which is pretty good, so getting 4 materials on the card, which if we go and look at the Lyrilos cards right in the game, or at least in Yu-Gi-Oh in general, what could this mean? Right, assembled, gains attack points for every material on it. Not too shabby, and can attack up to the number of times the card has material. So this card is somewhat guaranteed to come. This might be our ace. I think it might be our ace monster in the anime, so that could be pretty fun. Then we've got Wind Witch Chimes. Now, this is really good. It's a 3 of in Wind Witches, because you can shoot out a card from your deck that's different from a card on your field, which is really, really big, given I think the skill does kind of set this up for you. Now, it is hard once per turn, it does lock you, but that's not really going to matter. Now, I do think that overall, this deck will be the more free-to-play friendly option compared to Lyrilusks, because I can only really see them making Ice Spell a box UR, and then like maybe they put the Diamond Bell as a super rare card in the box as well, or maybe it's just a free card you get via level ups. But I can only really see this one being UR. Everything else SR lower in boxes or free cards, I think that's a pretty safe bet. Then we have the World's Prediction campaign, which is the one where they give you free gems, right, if you guess the one correctly. This should be pretty straightforward, same as usual. Mission Research giving a Rush Duel card, which we've had already, which is the pop 2 villains you control to pop a card your opponent controls. It's okay, cool, we're getting more copies, that's fun. Worlds is happening on September 7th and 8th, which is going to be the big event to watch out for because of a potential announcement for the big update coming in early October, right? Last year, of course, got 7's well teased, and it was 2 months before the World, right? This time, it's going to be 3.5 weeks before, so we hopefully will get more information than we got with 7's World being teased, but if not, Tokyo Game Show, late September, will be the big kind of thing to look out for. Then, of course, is the KC Cup, which, you know how I feel about KC Cups already. It's not a fun event, but it's a bunch of gems, which does mean that this month actually is going to be an outlier for the amount of gems, because 2 character unlocks, plus KC Cup, plus the return of Wave Duel Scramble. We've not had this since December 2023, so it's going to have been 9 months since we've had it, which is really, really cool. This is not my favourite event in the world, but it is of course cool to see something return that's not Tag Duel. Then Asana's coming to the gate, which is plenty fine, ready for the big new update coming in early October. Now, the thing with this is we don't know what this is. We have no idea. It could be Rush Fusions coming with UO, but would one character mandate massive update, given that we're getting 2 characters in one event in early September, and they're not like overly hyping it? I don't really think so. So I think that there is a chance, right? There is a really big chance we get Go Rush, and Konami have just been really, really sneaky and have managed to hide it the last few months. Which, you know, if they have done, as I said before, fair play, right? Because previously, the past 7 years, we've known going into September exactly what we're getting. There's been no real surprises, and so this could be Go Rush World, it could be Rush Fusions plus a big campaign, it could be big quality of life updates, it could be a brand new filler world, it could be the whole Chronicle card thing that leaked, right? There could be a Chronicle world or something, right? We don't know what is happening. And this Chronicle stuff isn't coming until at least early October, because they removed some stuff from the game files in the last update. It's a real baffling, weird one, right? Because we kind of know that we're getting Cyber Dragons before this happens, right? Via skill leak. Probably after Casey Cup, we get a Cyber Dragon Structure deck, and that's a good lead in to whatever's happening in October. So we've got Fusion-less Cyber Dragons probably coming before this update, then this massive update that could be rush-based. It has been, technically, 3.5 months, I think, since a new rush character was added to the game. Of course, Asana is now coming to the gate, which is cool, but it would be due time for a new rush character. It's just like, it's so weird that we also know that UO is getting support in the OCG in October, and we've seen the past couple of months is Konami like to kind of cross-promote with Duel Links in the OCG. We had Mazar come to Duel Links, the same month we had support revealed for the OCG. We had Dennis come to Duel Links, the same with support. We had Nail come to Duel Links with Igdrago, the same month we got Igdrago support in Rush Duel. We got Asana come to Duel Links in, I think, like a couple of weeks before or after, we got Worm support in Rush Duel. So you would assume that given UO is getting more support in OCG, that the UO would be coming at some point in October. But would UO by himself mandate this massive update? Would Fusions by itself mandate this when Maximums didn't? Right, that's the big thing, is Maximums didn't warrant this big, massive update when, gameplay-wise, it's equally as important as Fusions are. Fusions probably a bit more important in Rush Duels overall, but in terms of, like, year 1 metagame, it was massive, right? So it's really interesting to see what they do. It could be we get a filler world, it could be that we get Go Rush, we get one new character for every world, it could be that we get a big quality of life update with no new world, and they give us like card crafting, and they give us every feature wanted, because I would also mandate a massive update, but be different in meaning. But this wording, massive update coming, is the same wording they've had for every brand new world. And so it does feel likely that it's more leaning to Go Rush, but given there's been no code hints at it, right? Nothing at all, not even like a slip up. We have had the Galaxy type in the game files since day 1 of Sevens. The same with a couple of Rush Fusions, and then 2 months ago, their IDs were moved to a different location. And so, could that mean we're getting Go Rush happening early October, and then UO coming with Fusions in late October? It could do, right? That could be what's happening. If that's the case, then fair play. But it is just like, it is so up in the air. You know, we know as well we have card leaks, modification, database stuff for Tindangles, for Dogmatica stuff, and this whole Chronicle foiling thing, and there's so many little pieces that could all add up to different things. The paid and free card things that could also be meaningless or meaningful. You know, we don't know. In the card catalog right now, there's like 3 empty slots in the card filters for something that we don't know what is. Could be Inter made a mistake, could be they put something in and removed it because they wanted us to not like see it. It could be that as well. You know, we just don't know. You know, we just don't know what's happening, and that's really exciting. So, let me know down below your thoughts on what you think is happening for early October. Hopefully, September 8th, Worlds Finals, we have a teaser reveal, you know, saying something's coming. The way I kind of see it is that potentially we have 2 parts of a big update. We have a speed one and a rush one, and maybe after every finals for the speed duel event for Duel Links and the rush duel event for Duel Links, we get a bit of news, right? That would be the way I would do it, but it's not a guarantee. Last year was the first time at Worlds they've done a big reveal. Of course, COVID happened, so we had a bunch of years without it, but usually they save it for Tokyo Game Show. So maybe they save it for Tokyo Game Show, and we don't know anything about it until September 27th, I think it is, the Friday. The Friday of Tokyo Game Show will be when we find out, regardless. But then Core Up Update is happening on September 24th, 25th, so either way, it is either 1.5 weeks away from knowing what we're getting, or it's 3.5 weeks away from knowing what we're getting, or it's a whole month away. But it's exciting. The unknown is exciting, and hopefully it is a good update. You know, that's all I'm hoping for, is it's good. If it's Rush Fusions, cool. If it's Go Rush, then clap to Konami, they've managed to pass it. Anyway, that's my rambly thoughts on this month's updates. Of course, very excited, I'm getting 2 characters at the start of the month, that is a really big thing. And again, just like, just here, hey, you can unlock 2 characters. That is great. And then going, a massive update's coming. Like, if it was just Euro plus a campaign for fusions, I don't think it would warrant this massive update branding, right? Because, like, content-wise, that's less than this. We'll see. We'll see. Adios.